What's up, guys? Welcome to day 2. We just woke up. We got our walrus onesies on. We woke up to some fresh snow. It is currently snowing. Look how gorgeous everything is. So a little blanket of fresh snow for the day, which is going to be sweet. We'll have a ton of fun driving around today on trails. We're going to make some breakfast. We're going to pack up. And then we'll hit the trail. We got a great stop at Two Rivers for lunch today. And then we'll see where we go from there. But really cool to wake up to fresh snowfall and it's still snowing. So can't beat camping when it's actually snowing out. We found the snow. How'd you sleep, buddy?
Good.
So our diesel heater worked really well last night. We're running it off the Jackery 2000 and haven't even checked to see how much battery is left in it. Let's take a look. Alright, so we're at 63%. It's been running 15 and a half hours on, ready? 35 Celsius. So 95 plus degrees. For 15 and a half hours, we've used 63%. We have 28.3 hours left on this charge, and we're only drawing 49 watts on an 8K diesel heater. And this is the Jackery 2000 Plus. This thing's awesome. In the camper, we had our Jackery 500 over there, which ran our heated blanket, and that is at 63% as well. And that heated blanket ran on medium all night long. So we can't really complain with that. Here's our messy setup. We tossed and turned quite a bit last night. It got real warm. Dogs slept in style. They had double beds to sleep on, our dog toy. And then right here is the vent in, and I just plumbed, not pretty looking, but I just plumbed our hose into the side vent. It's working out pretty good. To the diesel heater, and then I put a T here, and I'm also heating Jeff's tent up there, so when they wake up, we'll see how long it's like. 15 and a half hours, this was full. We're down to here, so we used the entire 2 gallons last night running the heater for that long. But I have spares. So I have spare diesel, that's not an issue, I planned for that. So I'm very impressed with how well that heater ran for as long as it's been running. So we'll shut it off here in a little while and let everything kind of cool down, do its thing. We'll go explore, come back, do it all over again. Let's get some breakfast.
It is. She's brushing her teeth. She could run for a walk.
We got a coffee situation about to happen. We're gonna brew up some coffee.
I've never done this before, but we're
Create your comforts. We got the camper. Might as well. So, coffee on the Jackery should work out just fine.
You wouldn't want to get my filters for me, would you?
Your what?
Filters? Can I stick them in the food tub?
Yep. 1 second.
I only need one.
Need some comic relief, you know.
Bananas. Got our walruses.
We've been on these bogs like 2 weeks. The buoy's already come undone.
Ooh,
Yeah.
return.
Yep.
And here we have a walrus in its natural habitat. Just chilling out. Or we just have Andrew being a dum dum.
Good morning.
Alright guys, we are on the road. We are officially going out to explore for the day. We left all our stuff at camp. We have no real plans for the day except for lunch at Two Rivers in Allagash. So we're just going to explore around here, and then if time permits after lunch, we're going to try to go to the most northern point in Maine and see if we can get up through there. The roads are not plowed. We got a couple inches of fresh, sticky snow on top of them last night. And then there's a bunch of ice and old snow below that, so driving should be pretty fun. But we're all aired down enough to make the ride comfortable, and we'll just be out exploring for the day. So we're not sure what we're gonna find, but we'll bring you along the way, and who knows, maybe we'll see something cool, and maybe Moose will grace us with their presence on this trip. But other than that, should be a good day of driving. Huge campsite here, absolutely massive. There's a whole big site over there. This is a massive site right here. There's even more behind Justin's Jeep over there, Toyota over there. So much room in this one little spot. Secluded, quiet, on the river. Alright guys, we are at Two Rivers for lunch in the Allagash. We are going to have a little lunch, and then we're going to attempt to get to the most northern point in Maine. We'll see how much snow is in the trails and what kind of conditions we find. We all just topped off with fuel so we could make the trip up there. So we'll have a quick lunch and then attempt to go find the most northern point in the state. It is still snowing, which is pretty cool. So we're all having a great time with the snow and kind of enjoying some driving. So I'm going to let the dogs out so we can get them to go pee and then go get some lunch.
I got more coffee running through. Help yourself if you'd like coffee. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Alright, we just got done a delicious meal at Two Rivers lunch in the Allagash. Now we're gonna, as people are paying, we're loading back up. We're gonna be heading to the north point of Maine to see what we can find on the way. Lunch was awesome. Now I'm full. And then we should be getting back to camp hopefully between 2 and 3, maybe a hair bit after, so we can set up, get dinner going, and enjoy camp for the last night as we head back tomorrow. Now I've got the hiccups. Yeah, let's get going.
Like I just passed, right on my left was one of their stands where they have cameras set up.
Oh yeah. Alright guys, we are driving down this road here, and it's unplowed. We got at least a foot of snow, maybe a little bit more. Super fun, but what you're looking at 20 feet that way is Canada. If you were to just go on the other side of this tree line, there's a clear cut all the way down this, and every quarter mile or whatever there's like fire watch towers, and they're actual stands with cameras on them that separate the US from Canada. But there's no fence, wall, nothing, just a straight clear cut right over there, 20 feet. So we are just coming up to the most northern point in the US, or at least in Maine, just in front of us, and we are literally driving on the border of the two countries. So pretty cool, pretty laid back. They obviously have a lot of trust. Big bump, big bump. They obviously have a lot of trust in us Mainers to not just walk across the border, but you're really walking back into more woods, so there's nothing up here to get into. But definitely really cool to see that there's all kinds of these signs and cameras just right on the other side of those trees that say, "Welcome to Canada." That red line is the border of Maine and Canada, and we are driving dead smack down the middle of it. Alright guys, we are currently driving the corner of the most northern point you can drive in a vehicle. You're looking into Canada right there, and this road is cutting across the top of the state, and this is the furthest we can drive legally in the northern portions of Maine. So there's still a little bit of Maine that goes that way, but the hillside on the other side is Canada. So you're looking into Canada, goes down a little valley. That's the end of Maine. This is the last road that we're gonna drive. But yeah, this is definitely kind of cool. We've been out, ouch. We've been out to the most eastern point of the United States. We have been to the southern point of Maine, because you have to come in and out of that just to get into the state. And we've been to the most western side, where we started in Wilson Mills. And now we've been to the most northern point of Maine, so we've kind of hit all the corners of Maine, if you will. So pretty cool, another thing off the bucket list. Really remote up here, and these roads are a ton of fun to drive in the snow. Well, we have made it. We are at the essentially the most northern point of Maine that you can get. We're at the Airstrip. If you're familiar with the Airstrip, you know exactly where I am. We just did a little drive-by with the camera. Hopefully it comes out pretty awesome. Yeah, we're gonna head back to camp now, try to beat it back before it gets too dark. The ride up was great. The snow was super deep. I just don't know if we're gonna get a little adventurous on the way back like Justin was thinking and do some off-road exploring. But Airstrip is fun. Off-road plus in this thing seems to be a ball. Goes pretty good. The tires are doing great, so we're gonna go take another quick picture and head to camp.
Take a picture.
What did we find, buddy?
A firehouse.
We found a firehouse at the end of the airstrip. My guess is that was all water. It might have been fuel at one point, but an old firehouse still sitting here. Somebody's taking care of it. That's pretty cool. Jeep looks real good sitting in all the snow. All that snow piled up underneath it.
Oh yeah, it's a big house.
Can I get out?
There.
3. I don't have the right camera to see the moose, but there's 3 moose over there. They're way in the back. Good eye.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes.
So there goes the last moose. You definitely probably can't see it. There's
Jack,
3 of them.
running back that way.
They're running down the wood line. All 3.
I'm losing my license.
Why did I lose my license, buddy?
Because you're a bad driver.
Okay. And why is mommy keeping hers?
Because she's a good driver.
Alright, and so mommy goes around a corner and fishtails it like 5 or 6 times in a row, quite significantly, and you call it what, buddy? What was mommy doing?
Drifting.
Okay. And when I went around a corner earlier and did the same exact thing and doing it up hills, what was it called when I was doing it?
Not driving good.
Okay. I see the double standard here. Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't wait for Santa to come, so I end up doing some shopping.
Alright, we are just taking a quick bathroom break. We found another campsite that is available to stay at. It's on a nice little lake. It's a fairly large campsite with a great view of the lake. So we're just getting some pictures, going to the bathroom. We're not far from camp. That is our next stop. It's 4:30 and it is just about pitch black out. So we've been driving for a while now. Hopefully my battery on the camera doesn't die and nothing else exciting happens between now and camp, because I may not be able to film it. But we're gonna get back to camp. Really looking forward to getting a drink, getting the diesel heater up and running, and relaxing.